Real issues, real talk, maybe even some real fun. Welcome to Chris Gets Real.
Welcome to Chris Gets Real. That's the podcast. Is Chris Gets Real. I'm Chris Freund. Glad to be with you here. Hopefully you're having a good day. Episode 1. Chris Gets Real. Caney City Administrator Andrea Sibley. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Chris. It is truly my pleasure.
Absolutely.
It's truly my pleasure.
So, as a lot of folks know, I was with KGGF Radio for a few years, and my beat, the area I got to cover, was the city of Caney. And since we're starting this new podcast, I thought we need to have Andrea over to talk about everything that's happening in the city of Caney, because there's a lot of good things that are happening. So catch me up. What's going on?
I appreciate that so very much. I do feel like there's a lot of positive things going on in Caney. We have well over $20 million in funding for our water project. So that's huge. We total need 23, 24 tops million. So we're just right there, and we're still writing grants and loan forgiveness and all of the things.
Wow.
And so we are actually, there was a massive over 100 easements, and it has taken a handful of people, certainly, that have worked very hard, aside from myself, and making all the parts and pieces come together. But I think we just have a handful of easements left to negotiate on. Our biggest easement, our mayor was able to negotiate on that, and get that cleared up pretty quickly. And that's kind of the most important, because that's where the booster pump station will be from, and it is closer to the Coffeyville side, because it has to push it uphill, has to push the water uphill. So that was a critical path in the project. We're hoping by the end of July, 1st of August, that we will be shovel ready to put the shovel in the ground and actually start the construction. Lots of components are required for that, including RFQs and different things to put out to the public to request bids and just all kinds of different things. But I think we're really close. So that is wonderful. Obviously now that the actual line is fully funded, what we have left is to continue to receive funding for the distribution and the Caney city limits to replace all the pipe. And so it's just a lot more taunting than it was when I started in January of 2025. A lot less taunting in January of 2025. So that's just really moving along. Public Works, we actually sold and are selling their different buildings around town, and we've bought one, and it's right next to City Hall. I encourage you to go and have a look-see sometime. Our Public Works crew is very deserving. One of their shops was in a condemned building that had been condemned for over 30 years, and that's the environment that they were working in. So I'm just so thankful that they can be in a safe environment where they can keep all their equipment indoors, where there's room, where they have lights, where they have heat, where they, in the winter, to keep the tools from freezing up and the equipment and all of the things. So that's a really huge deal. We're actually selling one of our other public works department. That's the only one we have left to sell. We've already sold the others, and moved everything to the new building. So that's super exciting. I will have to, at some point when I come back, share with you the new Public Works logo. It's amazing. It has the little Caney River on it. So that's been wonderful. We passed our ambulance and EMS inspections with flying colors. When the state inspector came in, we got literally a 5 out of 5, which is phenomenal. and kudos to Ike and his team and Amanda. She's the supervisor over EMS and works under Ike for emergency services. Phenomenal job. The other thing is that we are actually looking into doing transports for our ambulance as another source of revenue for the city. Of course, we will have to make a financial commitment and investment to be able to make that successful. But the payoff is definitely there if that's something that council and such wants to move forward with. And Ike has been working on that, our chief of police. The other thing is we have, Ike has promoted another sergeant, which is amazing. It's always wonderful when you see the fruits of people's labor pay off for themselves as far as merit, credentials. It's really amazing to see people lean forward and in rocky times and become successful no matter what. I'm so proud of that team. And then Public Works has been doing amazing. They are, taking care of all the things around the city. As you know, we just had floods.
Yeah.
So that was pretty scary, and that required everyone in the city, in our police department, our public works department, our fire department. That was all encompassing to provide rescue missions for individuals, people stuck in their homes, stuck in their cars. I mean, just so much water came down so quickly. Unfortunately, our city pool did take a hit from the lightning, and it affected our chemical pump. Now, the bad news is it's twofold. So the good news is it didn't cost as much as the insurance deductible. And the bad news is it didn't cost as much as the insurance deductible. But we have ordered the replacement part and are hoping to have that in tomorrow to get our pool fully operational and up and running again. It's a wonderful way for our community to spend their days getting exercise, sunshine, all of the things. Love our city pool. We are always raising awareness and funds for our dog pound. And if anyone ever felt so inclined to, we have an Amazon wish list to continue to support our doggies there, and are open to adoptions and welcome anyone who would like to take a new little fur baby home with them and give them a good home. Please reach out to the city. The other thing is we were pretty concerned about our sewer and water plant taking in any damage from the floods. We're very fortunate and very blessed that there is no permanent damage done. Another brag point I would like to focus on is the city as a whole, meaning every department, meaning public works, meaning police, meaning EMS, meaning fire, meaning city hall, city admin staff, pool, sewer, water plant, all of the things. We actually, KMIT is our workers' comp insurance, and we actually just scored such a high score that we will save the maximum amount that we can possibly save by our inspections numbers being so high. And so we are able to get a reduction of 5% on our policy premiums across the board for the entire year next year,
Wow.
which is absolutely amazing. And let's see, we've restructured the administration, financial, city clerk staff. And I feel like we're just, we're ensuring that we have multiple eyes on everything for transparency and auditable reasons. And to, just make sure we're doing things the way that they need to be done. We're in budget season right now, developing, the best estimates that we possibly can for, trying to determine what the 2027 budget should be and have the hearings and get those things moved into place. One thing I would love, love, love to encourage people to look at is our land bank properties. That is where they have been gifted to the city. So we have removed any back taxes, things like that. Developers, individuals can buy those properties with a plan that has to be completed within, like a year, tops a year and a half after purchasing at a very reduced rate. I mean, very reduced rate. But have to put a building on it. It needs to, you need to be very in depth about your business plan for it, your project plan, your construction plan, so that we start to remove some of the hazardous, unsafe structures in Caney and replace them with new homes, with new shops for people, new business storefronts, all of those things. So anyone that's interested, please reach out to the city. We have posted the land bank properties on our website. The other thing I would really like to encourage folks to look into is that we're trying to revamp our downtown. We welcome and encourage businesses into Caney. We offer certain incentives that we can go through with any interested potential business owner, business manager, anything like that. Please reach out. We really want to encourage getting a diverse amount of businesses in Caney, so that we can continue to thrive and grow in our economic development.
I was downtown for 4th and Live.
Mm,
First of all, goodness gracious, what an event that is.
Loved it.
It is. And you talk about Chief Dye.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time saying that.
Mm-hmm.
He's Ike, but
Yes,
still,
yes.
but
I
police
should have
chief.
said Chief Dye. Yes.
I mean, but
Mhm.
he's talk about being busy,
Oh,
incredibly busy, just all over the place. But he was
yes.
there, and it was great catching up with him. 4th and Live, a great event. But it really does show downtown Caney and
Mm-hmm.
how much it has just come alive. I mean, it
Yes.
looks amazing. The lights
Mm-hmm.
downtown, everything about it is just screaming, nice hometown downtown.
Yes.
And it's a great place to be, especially on a night like 4th and Live.
I'm so proud of it. Our Betterment Group has worked so hard along with the city crew and our mayor, who has gone out there and hand watered the hydro seed to get, keep the mud at bay, to keep it looking nice. Our pocket park, we encourage food trucks, all of the things, icy trucks, lemonade trucks. It's a beautiful area that has been built there, and we're very excited. The Betterment Group and all of the Public Works, everyone has worked together. And the pickleball courts and the new basketball goal is up, but the new courts around all that are just right at the finish line. And I am so proud of that. I do believe the strategic plan behind that is to incorporate monthly pickleball tournaments to host, which will be so fun. I know Coffeyville hosts some. I believe Independence does. So I'm just so excited that, it's just a healthy activity that our citizens can get out and do a little competition. And you never know, maybe I'll talk to some of the city employees to join. We'll start our own pickleball team,
There you go. Right.
So
Absolutely.
would love for anybody to come in, and so proud of our new things going on.
Absolutely. So many great things are happening. And I know even you talk, I think of Caney, and the first thing that comes to mind is lack of water. So to have
Yes.
6 inches of rain in one day, and
Whew.
it's amazing
Yeah,
just to see everybody come together and keep everything going. I'm excited for the pool.
me
And I
too.
don't say this to brag. I don't say this to brag, but I'm going to come over July 17th
Oh, nice.
because one, that's my birthday.
Okay.
Two, because my entertainment group has sponsored the day swim at the pool.
Yay!
So we talk about that mainly because I consider Caney my adopted hometown.
Mhm.
Just with getting to know everyone over there, both in the city and the school
Yes.
district, Caney has become kind of an adopted hometown for me. Sorry,
Mhm.
Neosho. That's my
Your original,
the original.
your OG.
Right, exactly. But it's become kind of an adopted hometown, and so I can't wait to see. It's good to know that the pool's being worked on and will be back
Yes.
fully operational as soon
Mhm.
as possible. So
Mhm.
it's good to hear stuff like that. I just can't
Mhm.
wait to see the pool in use again.
It is, I love our pool. I actually go there as much as I possibly can. It's just a therapeutic place to be. I mean, and it, it's not so large that you can't keep track of your kiddos or, all of the things. And it is always so clean and well kept, and it's a very peaceful place for me to go. So I
Definitely.
love it.
And we're talking about how the pickleball courts I mean, there's
Hmm.
getting to be so many things for kids to be able to
Yes.
do, and they can
Hmm.
walk there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just right there.
it's everything is right there. So
Hmm.
plenty of activities for basically every day, every season except winter,
Right.
really.
Right.
But there's more and more things that are happening
Hmm.
for kids, but for families in Caney, which
Hmm.
is great.
Yeah. And wouldn't it be cool if we could get an ice rink down there somewhere I don't know if we can, but why not try temporarily around Christmas time by the pocket park? Who knows? I
Right.
love that we're promoting, outdoor activity for our kiddos, for our adults, for our senior citizens. I love that we're promoting health. We have two 5Ks coming up in Caney. The DARE fundraiser to keep our kiddos off drugs is a 5K, and it is going to be the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. Again, you can find out all the information on our Facebook or our website. And then the Delaware Tribe is hosting a 5K for Caney in Caney as well, which is wonderful. And that is just child support awareness time, and that is actually in July. So you can find that on our Facebook and website also. So come out and jog with us. Our kiddos have a blast. Sometimes the fire department will spray us with their hoses, keep us cooled off. It's wonderful. So,
And if I'm trying to remember, forgive me for forgetting, I should say,
mhm.
but it's not Caney.com because that's the school district.
Right,
So it
right.
is Caney KS.
Yes,
So
yes.com.
that that
Yes.
that makes the difference. Otherwise,
And
you'll keep going to the school district's website and be like, what is
yeah,
this?
and our Facebook is just City of Caney, of course, and then Police Department, um, you know, Caney Police Department, Fire. All the individual departments have kind of their own gig, but the city does try to mirror. We're not always the best at it, but we certainly try to mirror the posts and the happenings within each department. So we have a wonderful person who volunteers and helps us out with that. Debbie Wood, big shout out. Thank you. So,
Definitely. Debbie was who
yeah,
I contacted about the July 17th pool date. And Debbie,
she's
can we make
great.
this happen? And
Yeah.
Debbie made it happen.
She gives
So
so much of her time. She's wonderful. She's
absolutely.
wonderful.
There's
So,
so many good people
there
in Caney.
are. There are. And that's why I love it. That's why I
Absolutely.
love it. People just lead with their heart. So, I feel so blessed.
It's the
So,
adopted hometown. What
it
can we say,
is. It
right?
is.
Anything that we missed that you want to bring up?
Not that I can think of, but I certainly look forward to speaking with you more in the future.
Absolutely. Yep.
So,
We're gonna try to make this at least once a quarter.
that'd be
We'll see what happens.
wonderful.
Because I
Yeah,
mean, you know, you've got so much going on
there's a lot going
that
on. Good stuff.
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of good stuff. So we'll get you on here hopefully once a quarter, and we'll catch up on everything that's happening.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate you hosting me.
Absolutely appreciate
So,
it. Yes,
thank you, and I appreciate it on behalf of Caney.
absolutely.
So.
Episode 1 is in the books, folks. Appreciate you joining us on Chris Gets Real. We'll talk to you next time.